Hi, this video I'm gonna be talking about driving in Thailand. The first time I'm talking about driving a car, not motorcycle, but it can apply to motorcycle. I just, retire and I just moved back to, for a few months in Thailand and I'm from, actually I'm Thai from California. So we used to drive on the right hand side, but in Thailand it's different. They drive on the left hand side. So it takes some, adjusting and some getting used to. I have to tell you that, it is quite challenging. It depends on you, but, it can be a little scary because definitely it's more challenging than driving in USA for sure. Okay, and in Thailand there's a lot of motorcycles, okay, and they go pretty much everywhere. Now when you drive, one way to make sure you minimize any accidents or any problem is, of course, take it easy, drive slowly, but not too slow. Like drive slowly and be cautious. And then very important, you have to use before you make lane change or anything like that, or make a turn. A few seconds before that, you have to turn your signal, because that's how drivers in Thailand, recognize, where you're going, so that we can create less confusion, and they have to make decisions, or maybe they make the wrong decisions, or you might in a standstill, you don't know what to do, so you got to use turn signals like all the time, that's the first must. I know some of you might not like doing that, but especially changing lane, you got to turn on your signal before and after. There are also a lot of U-turns. If you're on the highway, there are always a lot of U-turns, and you might get a little scary because you don't know if the car in front of you, you're going fast, that they're gonna come and make a right turn in front of you. But after getting used to, you probably get used to, because they're not gonna make a turn if you coming within, I don't know, 100 and 150 meter, coming fast, so they know they're not gonna do that. And you can tell by you can see their wheel. If the wheel is not turning, that means they're waiting for you, because they don't want get into accident, either get in front of you, right? So that's coming to a U-turn, or car making U-turn, you got to be mindful. And I guess in some cases, especially big truck, when they get ready to make U-turn, either before that you go ahead and change to the left lane, or if you follow them, you have to prepare to stop, because they get slow. And be careful. A lot of time, you will change to the second lane, the lane on the left, before the big truck making U-turn. So in Thailand, you have to make a long judgment, or you have to look forward and determine, what your situations, what is going on. If a car gonna make a U-turn in front of you, then you have to change lane, but turn on your signal, and if it's not safe, you just slow down and you just wait. Okay, so drive slowly is important. Don't get too excited, go fast, and because every time you change lane, there's a chance of accidents. So you got to be careful. So of course there are many other, there might be constructions on the road. Definitely you need to get driver license. We actually took classes. I used to have Thai license, but it expired and I lost it like 20 years ago or not. So now they require you to take the exam, the driving exam. Now, what makes it easier is you can actually attend driving school. It will take like a couple of days, actually less than a couple of days, but reserve a couple of days. It can range from 2,000-3,000 baht to like 5,000-6,000 baht, depend. I will highly recommend you to take driving lessons, because you want to start practicing and getting used to driving around, and hopefully the instructor can speak English. I think that some of them do, a lot of them do. So you can book your class and also get the license. Now, if you're a foreigner, I'm not sure how that goes, but I know a lot of Chinese, they got their license. So I think you can do that as a foreigner if you plan to stay here for a long time and you plan to drive, which is important to be able to drive, but you got to be mindful of what's going on and take it easy. And to me, I'm very cautious. I've been driving for like a month, but no way that even though I had been driving in USA for like 34 years, but here it's different. We always have to like be very mindful, very vigilant all the time, most of the time, Now in Bangkok, it might be a little bit more hectic, but up in the countryside, in Lopburi where I'm at, it's not too bad. Okay, but there are a lot of roundabouts, and roundabouts, you get when you go in, you gotta wait for the cars in the roundabout to go first, and then you join them. Now we have roundabouts here, pretty big, quite big, and they are like 3 lanes, so it's make it easier because a lot of time we just hang to the left, the 3rd lane, because we don't need to go to the 1st lane, because we're gonna exit anyway. So now smaller roundabout, you gotta wait. When you come in, you gotta wait for the car inside the roundabout to go first, and then you safely join in. So it's pretty conventional. I think it's the same in Europe or in other country. What else? If you have a chance, we rent a van with a driver when we go, long distance, and that way we get the feel, especially if you just got back, get the feel of how the brain work on the left hand side, and we watch how the professional driver, the van driver drives, and then ask him questions and things like that, so basically get used to how to drive in detail, pretending that you're going to be driving. And like I said, you have to make decisions. Sometimes you have to look forward and determine what car in front of you are doing. Hopefully you make the right decision. Of course, try to slow down, don't go too crazy. And the instructor told me to stay when you're on the highway, like let's say 3 lanes, 6 lanes or 2 lanes highway, 2-lane highways or 6-lane highways. Try to stay in the middle lane, because that way you can avoid the traffic on the left, because on the left there are a lot of cars. Sometimes they park a lot of motorcycle. So stay in the middle lane, and then use the right lane, which is the fast lane, to pass, and then go back. Okay. Now sometimes you cannot do that because some of the highways have a lot of truck on both lanes, so you have to be on the fast lane. But so sometimes you have to do that. Okay, so one thing you will notice is that sometimes drivers will not really following lane, meaning sometimes they will tend to go over a little bit on your lane. So you gotta be cautious, and you might have to slow down or move to the right a little bit, or in Thailand also try not to use horn, because horn can be very should I say very expressive, and like in US we use horn a lot, but in Thailand sort of a no unless it's critical that car try to come in front of you, and you warn them or things like that, or a pedestrian, you think they're gonna cross the street and you coming, you can do a little bang bang. But to use horn on other drivers, like to force them to go, is a no. There's a lot of incidents that drivers get into a fight because one driver behind maybe like get impatient and then start using horn. We don't do that in Thailand. So they tend to be if you don't use horn, they tend to be pretty friendly. They're not gonna try to rush in front of you. Of course, on the highway sometimes you see car passing, you want to move to the left in the middle lane. If you have faster car sticking behind you, you want to move to the left, let them go. But other than that, in terms of rules, it's pretty loose here. You can see car parking on the side of the street. That's another sort of dangerous point that you have to watch. Sometimes cars just park on the left, so you don't want to use the slow lane, the left lane to pass, because if you don't see and the truck or something park on the left for some reason, because they do, even though it's illegal, people got rear-ended, with a truck parked on the side of the highway. So that's another danger, risky point. So take it easy, look forward, know where you're going. If you're not sure, just slow down. No reason to be hurry. And Thailand been developing or expanding their highways, expanding into 2 lanes instead of cross traffic, you know 2 lanes, but they actually separate into like 4 lanes. So it's make it a lot easier to drive. So they try to do that everywhere. But some parts you're gonna have like cross traffic on coming on 2 lanes. So you gotta be careful or know how to pass, safely. Make sure the distance in the front and you in the passing zone. So that's another. It takes some experience and some make good judgment that you can pass the car in front of you, and you have enough distance for the oncoming traffic, things like that. So I think that's pretty much it. You have any more questions, let me know. Again, take your time, not in a hurry. It's not like driving in USA and Europe. Maybe driving on the left side, like UK is similar, but again it's different. It's more challenging getting used to. So be careful, but again, don't get too scary, right? Because sometimes it gets scary, and when I see in the news and about traffic accident, all that, something like that. But I guess you got to drive, then you got to drive and just take it slowly. Okay, the key part is don't drive too fast, because you drive too fast, or you make wrong decision and you go too fast, you get into accident. Anyway, see you folks in the next video. You have any comments, any questions, please let me know, and stay safe and enjoy your stay in Thailand. Bye for now.